This man is demanding that the winnings his 6-year-old daughter earned in a beauty pageant be deposited to him. I'm Drew.
Drew who?
And this is the case of the day.
The reason why I want the money that is meant to be given to me to put directly into my daughter's savings account, because essentially my ex entered Star, our beautiful Star, into a beauty pageant without...
Oh, that's interesting. The Star is a star, huh?
Star is a star. And she entered her in a beauty pageant without any type of consultation. That's fine.
Any type of consultation with whom?
With me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know, we're supposed to be co-parents. And
supposed to be?
Supposed to be.
Are you divorced, married, single? Did you ever marry?
We never married. We separated a year after Star was born because we just realized we had very different parenting styles and parenting outlooks for Star's
The kid's
future.
name is Star.
And how old is Star now?
Star is 6 years old.
All right, go on.
And so she entered Star into this pageant. Star won. And rather than Star keeping that money and utilizing it inside of her savings account, she decided to use it for her makeup business, or her makeup artist business, and purchase makeup, as well as take a trip to Cancun. I don't know a 6-year-old that decides to go to Cancun on their own. And so ideally, I would love the money to be given to me so I can put it into her savings account that I opened on the day that she was born.
All right, tell me, how did Star get entered into this beauty pageant?
I entered her, Your Honor.
What is the arrangement you and her father have in terms of her custody and care?
I thought we had an agreement that I would have her during the week. I have her Monday through Saturday in the mornings. I take care of her. I put her to bed at night. I prepare her lunches. I escort her to school, and then I go do my business.
And what's your business?
I'm a makeup artist. I'm a professional makeup artist. I do a lot of weddings. I work on weekends. So he has Star the entire weekend, and he spends quality time with her, uninterrupted by school or other obligations. And he's trying to make it look like I just on a whim entered her just so I could get the money.
Well, that's why I asked you, how did it come about that she was entered into a beauty contest? You entered her, that's why I didn't let him tell me that. I'm asking you, how did that happen?
So I entered her at her request. She knew a bunch of kids in her class who were doing this beauty pageant. It's just a local thing. It's a bit of fun. They dress up.
What is it called?
It's called Six and Sassy.
Six and Sassy?
Six and Sassy, yes. Because she's 6 and sassy, and she is a star. She's born to be in front of people, to be on the stage, to be a performer. I think she has big dreams of doing that one day. And I was just
Or at least mother has big dreams of her doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Your Honor, she has young...
You know, let me tell you this, Ms. Zebert. It's okay for you to have that as a dream for your daughter, and it's okay for you to say that that's my dream for my daughter. And I think that she has those qualities, and I think she will be a star one day. That's okay for you to admit that. Don't try to hide it. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
I appreciate you saying that, Your Honor. I really do. Sometimes I feel like anything that isn't in the realm of academia, he doesn't understand. He's a professor.
Most parents have dreams for their children. But all I want you to say and admit that that's your dream right now.
It is my dream for her.
Go on.
It is. Because I had such a good experience in these pageants when I grew up doing
you were in them.
There it is.
I did. Yes,
I
did.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she enjoys it. She told me afterward that she had such a good time. She made a lot of new friends, girls her own age, doing the same thing.
Was Daddy invited to the pageant?
No.
Was he told about it?
No.
Why not?
I knew he wouldn't approve. He never approves of anything.
But I mean, you'd already
like
put her in it. I didn't say was he told that you were putting her in it. I got that you weren't going to tell him that part. But once she's in it, once the competition is about to happen, did you tell Daddy when it was, where it was, and that your child was in the competition?
No.
When did you tell him that she had won?
I told him after he saw a post about it on Instagram.
So that's probably not good. She should have told him or invited him. I mean, did it happen during her period of the week when she had custody? It just, not telling him because she knows he wouldn't approve. But like, you're both parenting this child. Like, you have to talk about these things together. That's not fair to the little girl, who is then expected to keep a secret, I guess, from one of her parents. You know, that's messy, and that you shouldn't put a kid in that position because you are a little immature. Now, we learned a couple things here. The mom did pageants when she was little, and she liked it, so she's doing it with her daughter. The daughter says she liked it, but the mom really kind of has stage mom dreams, pageant mom aspirations here. She's a professional makeup artist. Like, this is, clearly part of her makeup, like, this is clearly part of, her DNA, the performing and the glitz, the glamour. The dad is completely detached from all of this. And she also made a big deal telling us how she has to do all the work. She takes her to school, makes her lunches. When she has her during the week, there's not as much quality time because of work and school and obligations, whereas he just gets to have fun with her on the weekends with no interference. So there's a lot of resentment here that maybe would be better solved by figuring out a different custody agreement that's more equally shared. That's not what this court is for, though. And I'm curious to see if she brought proof that she didn't spend these winnings some way she wasn't supposed to.
So you're going to post it on Instagram and not tell her that?
I was waiting for the right time.
What's the right time? Tell me what you envision as the right time to tell a man that wouldn't approve. When was going to be the right time? Never.
I wanted...
Never. Never. Who do you think you're talking
to?
You weren't going to tell him. You was going to let him find out. That's why you posted it. Because the right time to tell him would have been when you got ready to enter her. That would be the right time. Right?
Well, to be honest, Your Honor, I didn't think he had a right to say anything. It was my time that I spent with her. I don't tell him how he spends his time with her. He does a lot of things that she doesn't enjoy doing.
Okay, well, I'm going to stop both of you there. You don't have the right not to tell him, and he does have a right to know. And that goes both ways. And you should be adult enough to have a discussion about it and to talk about it. Obviously, you're not going to agree on what she can and cannot do. At some point, I hope you will get to be adult enough to have that understanding of what activities she will participate in and what activities she won't participate in. So you're on a different page in that regard. But Mr. Peters, knowing that she is into makeup and she's a makeup artist and she's a creative person and she's an artistic person, why are you surprised that she's not gearing this child toward those type of artistic activities?
Sure, maybe if there were appropriate artistic activities.
Why isn't this appropriate in your opinion?
Well, you know what, Your Honor, I have some evidence here.
Okay.
If I may present it to you. And you can see the post. And I don't know if you'd want to see your 6-year-old granddaughter.
I'm so old-fashioned, I probably wouldn't want to do any of this, so don't even ask me, okay? And it's not about what I would want. It's about what the two of you would want for your child. And at some point, you have got to forget about yourselves, what you want and what you want, but what is in the best interest. Let me hear you say that phrase. Best interest of Star. That should be the only consideration.
Well, I think it's in the best interest of my daughter to not be paraded around in an Instagram post like that. I didn't like seeing her wearing spaghetti straps, showing her shoulder, so done up. She's only 6 years old. When I take her on the weekend, we go to playgrounds, we go to museums. She told me what she wants to be a judge.
Okay, so you balance it. You take her to playgrounds and museums, she lets her have fun and dress up. Get with it, Mr. Peters. Little girls like to dress up. This is not over dramatic in terms of a 6-year-old. It's a little girl's outfit with spaghetti straps that come off the shoulder. That's not overly dramatic.
Your Honor,
but I don't see anything wrong with the activity, but that's not for me to decide. But your complaint is she won the money, $5,000.
Correct.
And you used the money for yourself and her, you said. How did you use it?
Not quite, Your Honor. I do have evidence of my own. So I have receipts of how I spent the money, exactly where.
Okay.
The majority of it went to a trip that Star and I took to Cancun, Mexico. The rest of it went to updating my makeup kit, which, as I said, is part of my business. I personally did her makeup for the pageant. I think it was okay that I spent a little bit of that money that she won on updating my professional business kit.
I'm going to tell you that it wasn't. If you're putting her in these pageants and she's earning money, it's her money. And under the law, when a child earns money in work like that, like children that are in the industry, entertainers, doing commercials and things like that, you're supposed to put that money in a guardianship account, set aside just for her, only to be spent when you go into the court to request money to be spent only for the child's benefit.
Okay.
Not yours at all.
Understood.
So you took her on a trip, and she couldn't go by herself.
Correct.
And you have to admit, you wanted to go to Cancun. Exactly. And so you took her with you. And there's nothing wrong with that.
I wanted to go with her. I wanted to make a memory with her.
Then when you want to go with her, you have to go with her when you can afford to take her on your money or with permission from the court to use her money. So this money, you have an account set up for her?
I have an account set up for her since day one.
But it's in your name and hers, I was told.
It's a joint account, yes.
Yeah.
It's for her.
But it's not a blocked account.
It's not a blocked account, but there's only been deposits in that account.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do.
Year to date.
You're going to take that account that only has deposits in it, and you're going to turn it into a blocked account. And all you have to do is go to the bank and say, we want this account. I want this account to be a blocked account for the benefit of Star. What last name does she use?
Peters. Yes,
for Star Peters, and the bank will do that for you. And both of you are signatures, and it requires both of you to sign on it at the same time, or nothing comes out of it. But it really should just be a blocked account that only the court gives you permission to get the money out of it. That's the order of the court judgment for the defendant.
You should have deposited that money directly into the account from the get-go.
Look, I didn't know any of this about a blocked account.
Why in the world would she not order her to pay that back? It doesn't make any sense. She just demonstrated that she misused the winnings and did something blatantly illegal, but the judgment was still for the defendant? Like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm very perplexed why Judge Madeline would do that. And if you don't know, the reason why this setup exists with child entertainers is because of Gary Coleman, whom, if you're old enough, you remember, was a massive child TV star. And his parents took all the money he earned on his TV shows and spent it themselves. And by the time he was grown up, he had nothing. So there was actual legislation passed to protect child entertainers so that they could access their earnings when they turn 18. So I think that's what Judge Maybelline was referring to. If you have a child star or a kid, I assume a kid winning a pageant would fall under this umbrella because the kid earned the money. All that aside, I'm not 100% comfortable with that photo either. I mean, that may make me a little old-fashioned, but it was kind of like, it wasn't just a photo in a outfit. You know, it was the kind of the placement, the staging of it, and it wasn't really, in my opinion, appropriate for a 6-year-old. You know, I don't think that really changes the material outcome of the case, but call me crazy, but putting that on the public internet too, like, people are way too loose with posting, in my opinion, pictures of their children in public. It's not that child's choice for you to disseminate their photos to literally anyone on the internet who wants to access them. So there's a reason why I feel like people should not do that. Some people disagree with me on that, but I want my child to be able to choose when they're older whether or not they want to share photos online. They may never want to, and I want them to be able to have that choice. If I spend their entire childhood posting public photos of them that anybody can see and access, I've taken that choice away from them, and I've made it for them. Anyway, lots to unpack here. What do you think about my potentially controversial opinions on these things? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching with me.